This is Jimmy.
I'm Fish.
I'm Jason.
And this is Thinking Outside the Pod. Hello and welcome to episode 100 of Thinking Outside the Pod.
There's 3 numbers on that number. I don't know how to calculate this.
We haven't got this far. We need to have a professor or something.
I know, this is too
as
much.
A guest just to teach us that. I didn't even think it was possible.
The centennial? Are we at a centennial?
Yeah, that's centennial. That's 100 episodes. Technically, end of season 2, arbitrarily.
Yeah, sure.
Season 2. So next,
do we have seasons? We have.
I've every 50 has been a season.
Technically, we could say we're on season 10 or
yeah,
something like that. I mean,
season
we
100.
Yeah, we can say we're on. Yes, whatever season we want.
We're on season 200. Every episode is actually 2 seasons.
So we're working on the BBC's season scale here.
Oh yeah, 6 episodes.
6 episodes is a season.
Yeah, I don't know. British people are just weird like that. They're like, yep, that's enough of that season. Then they get a break. But then again, also a lot of their shows are really good. But is Doctor Who like that? They usually have more.
They usually have like 12 episodes in a season.
Nah, so closer to American stuff. Americans are like 30 or 24.
13.
But then again, Doctor
13
usually
is
like
standard.
13. Usually, yeah.
It depends, I guess, on the show.
Well, think of it. If you're doing it one episode a week, that makes sense for it to be about 13 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess
30
that's
weeks
true.
would be quite a long time to watch a show.
I mean,
Doctor
Who
It depends on
the show,
the show and what channel it's on. Blah blah blah.
Exactly.
Doctor Who's pretty Americanized anyway.
Yeah, it's essentially American.
It's more or less made for American audiences now.
It's
So
for
it's an American
Americans.
show, but with funny accents.
Exactly. They're alien accents. It's just aliens.
By aliens, we mean British.
Exactly.
They come from another planet, right?
Yeah, essentially.
This is Planet America.
Cops don't have guns, and there's buses that have 2 levels, and
This is
a
that
bunch of
madness?
weird stuff.
This is
They have
Planet
a queen. I don't know.
This is Planet
What the hell's
America.
a queen?
Planet England. Yeah,
England.
I'd watch that documentary. But yeah, episode 100. Last episode we talked about the Powerball thing.
Yep.
The Powerball mania, Powerball fever. I
Yep.
guess I had played. I did not win.
Of course not.
But 3 people did.
Those assholes.
Yeah,
So now I'm here, so I did
Boo
not
on
win.
you.
California, Florida, and Tennessee. I think there's winners in each one of those. So 3 people won. I think like if they took the lump payment, it was like $200 million each.
That's still a shit ton of money.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
And the 2 people in, I think the only person that showed themselves were the people from California. No,
Tennessee, I think.
in Tennessee.
Yeah.
I think they
Okay.
were the
There
only
was
ones that showed themselves.
There's a couple that showed themselves.
Has the California people even claimed their prize yet?
I don't know. I haven't heard. The only people that I think have come out and said that they have won and got the publicity and all that were the Tennessee people. And a lot of experts were like, "This is you're like mistake number 1. Like, you don't do that right away."
See, the issue is in Texas,
You have to.
But I don't understand why.
I guess it's just
Like you
Texas
have to.
lottery.
It's part of the law.
Yeah,
you
we
have to tell.
So first and
who
last
you are.
name and your city. It has to be reported. But well, that's fine. But like they went on like a national tour, and saying they won, and then all the experts are like, "You're gonna get."
That's asking to get shot.
That and like relatives out of the woodwork,
Yeah.
like with all these sob stories. That's
well,
what the
I mean,
experts are saying.
it depends on what state you're in if you
Yeah,
to
it's a
disclose.
different
Because here in
lottery
Texas, you don't have to disclose if you've won.
No,
No, you
in
do.
fact,
No, in
You
Texas
have to.
you do.
have to.
there are states that you don't.
I think
Some
you have
states-
like up to 180 days here to claim a prize, but California is like you have 1 year to claim.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
and they say
So
that's
that person can, if that person was really smart that won out there, they would just keep quiet for 364 days.
yeah. Well,
And
I mean, as soon as they, until it like
as soon as
dies
it
down.
and then go
But
quietly
like
claim
you're
their
supposed to
prize.
take that time to
See,
like
the issue with
see a
that, though-
lawyer and a financial planner and
If you wait that long, though, you have that's that much higher chance that somebody steals your ticket.
yeah.
Somebody, people
Or,
know that
yeah.
there's a ticket going around. They
Mhm.
can hack. the
Yeah,
system to track it.
I guess I would get a lawyer. I don't know. I would contact a lawyer that's seems reputable or a financial
See, that's the
planner.
issue. When you're dealing with that much money, though, you're like, how do you tell who's?
I know, because they're all they just see you as a dollar sign walking through the door. They're like, yep, this is a 20% fee for this and a 5% fee for this.
Just
and
call my buddy Donald Trump there. He can hook me up with a millionaire lawyer.
yeah. They all the rich people know all that.
One of those 1%.
It's like you automatically, as soon as you win the Powerball, and it's like, and also we are giving you Donald Trump's cellular number with every winning ticket.
Every multimillionaire gets it. It's just
it's
just how it works.
Spam them saying, "Hey, you're an asshole."
Sign them up for all like the text message services and stuff like
He's
that.
Just like, what the hell?
Oh, that'd be great.
Penis enlargement
but
ads. And you're like, oh man.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Did you see that Jeb Bush got like a call during a press conference or something on his Apple Watch or whatever watch he was wearing, and he like didn't know how to work it?
Oh,
that's also funny. But also in last episode, talking about Powerball, we had talked about starting a Kickstarter as a thing. We
started it behind our back.
I told you I was going to. I
didn't think you were actually going to do it, though.
That was just something to try.
You bastard.
But I said I was going to start a Kickstarter as like a social experiment, saying, will money change me? And I did it. I started it and submitted it for review and got the message back that it was denied. Unfortunately,
of course,
it was what they said, something like it was out of our scope, which I guess. But we were talking about like the potato salad Kickstarter that got through. I don't know. Kickstarter, I smell, is conspiracy.
I guess maybe it's changed since then. You know, maybe back then the culture. Because how long ago was the potato salad thing?
It wasn't that long ago, but it wasn't. It was.
I'd say it's probably been 2 years.
Because how long has Kickstarter been around?
I don't know. Let's.
If it was an infancy of Kickstarter, it would make sense that something like that would have
gotten through.
Then. Just because they're like, we don't know what the hell Kickstarter is yet. You know?
Yeah.
We got this idea going. Now we're just kind of seeing what sticks.
Yeah, and I mean, also there was some kind of service or something. Like he's
2014, so yeah, 2 years, about 2 years now.
Yeah, well, 2015. Oh, that was his last update. Yeah, so yeah, about 2 years. But technically, like it's for a product or a service is what Kickstarter is for.
Yeah.
So technically, he wants it to make something, even though that thing is potato salad.
Well, we want to make us rich.
The one that I made was just a cash grab. Essentially, It was just people giving me money for nothing other than science. But and I framed it that way. I said social experiment : will money change me? And I came up with like a sentence for the description, just saying that you always hear that money changes people, and what will happen if I get money?
So it makes you wonder if they deny how many times people have asked for that.
I don't know. I thought it sounded novel, and I've never heard of it, but it might be just because
there's nobody got through.
It's out of their scope.
Yeah, and I could have tried like the other ones, Indiegogo and GoFundMe, because sometimes on those are more more personal stuff, like people can't pay rent or something. And they go make a GoFundMe, or they want to make a donation for this person who maybe had just passed away or something like that. So maybe those would have gotten through, but I was just like, I tried. It didn't work. It probably wouldn't have worked if it got through. It would be cool if it did, but it didn't.
So we win more than the lotto doing this. Oh shit!
So you almost with that kind of thing, you almost have to like how a lot of bars and restaurants do, like they put money in their own tip jars just to sort of stir the pot a bit. That you'd almost have to do it yourself, like put in money just by yourself.
Yeah, throw in
just to say, hey, look, you're not the only. If you do this, you aren't the only one. You're the only idiot that did it.
Yeah, no one wants to be the first because they'd feel like an idiot. Yeah, exactly. So I'd throw in $20 or something and be like, look. Or make up a couple dumb accounts and be like, "Oh, look, 5 people have already donated. It's all the way up to $25." And then
I don't feel really different right now.
Yeah. So it would have been cool, but it didn't work out. But that's okay. That's fine. I would like more money, but who cares? I make enough money for my current lifestyle.
It's like even if only 10 people donate, you're like, hey, that's $10.
Yeah.
Yeah, $10 I didn't have before.
But another thing I put like I looked up online like what makes a person wealthy, like what's the income level for like a wealthy person. And it said like over 25,000.
Really? That's it?
Yeah, I think that's like it. maybe it changes your tax bracket. I don't remember what it said, but some website I found said that. So I was just like, I think I put that as the goal. So I would have had to make that before I would have got the money.
25,000.
Yeah. So it's 25,000 a year.
Does that live up by themselves?
I guess. Yeah.
By yourself.
So it was some website, or maybe it was like some website, and that was a quote from some politician or something. Doesn't seem like a lot now that I think about it. Because I get close to that with the job I'm at now, so it's not.
I mean, that's if you want to afford yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I could see that, but
I would.
wouldn't be.
Yeah, I'd still say that's middle class. That wouldn't be upper class, high class.
No,
What
upper
is,
class.
What is
like,
it? The upper class, lower, middle, and upper.
70,000, 80,000.
Yeah. So.
Class, I would think. Or getting there.
Yeah. So I put that as the goal because I was like, that's what I found, and I was like, oh, that's good enough. It didn't work anyway, so that's annoying. But
did you expect it to work?
Damn you, Kickstarter! Damn you!
I expected it to go through.
No.
Maybe. I kind of in my mind I was like when it said like you have to submit it for review, and I was like, yeah, that's probably gonna end there. But I don't know. It's
well, you never know.
Exactly. You never know what's gonna go viral.
Yeah.
So
by decree, Tot Pod is denouncing Kickstarter.
We would never have another Kickstarter. Let me get off this page now. It's giving us a page view.
Just go ahead and go into your settings and just block it.
Yeah. Or like it would be worse. Like if we find like later on a viral Kickstarter is like a social experiment to see if money will change someone, and it turns out to be like someone from like the Kickstarter review panel. That'd be the worst. I'd be like, no,
you sons of bitches. That's not fair.
Took my idea. Albert Einstein with the theory of relativity. But yeah, so I don't know. I who knows if it would have worked. I thought it was a good idea. So maybe someone listening will probably make a GoFundMe and do the same thing and get it
and get through.
Yeah, and get through. Yeah, you owe us something. Let's throw us a couple.
Make another Kickstarter just for us.
Yeah, and I like whenever we started this, whenever whenever that potato salad one came about, we talked about it on the podcast, and we're like, we need to think of something, but it would have all been just a copy. They're like, yo, let's make egg salad.
Well, that would happen if that idea kicked off. Also, you'd see a million people trying to do it.
Yeah, exactly. So
then it's like, oh no,
it's like you got to be the first, and not even necessarily first. You just got to be the person who got shared.
So Apple, Apple.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't come up with any original ideas. They just figured out how to market it.
Exactly. So that's what makes something.
Take that, Apple fans. Steve Jobs. He didn't come up with anything new. He just found out how to market it.
Yeah. Or got the right combination of old ideas into one thing.
It's like the iPad. You're like, no, the tablets have been around for years. What long time before that?
Yeah.
Bill Gates was actually probably one of the first people to try to market it. Just it didn't. Nobody wanted it back then.
Or smartphones. Like there was smartphones before the iPhone.
Yeah.
It was just
there's
Apple's
the ones to market it.
Crazy marketing. Yeah, exactly. So a lot of cool. Speaking of technology, I guess Oculus Rift. They announced the prices, and they
that was what, last Wednesday or the Wednesday before? Wednesday before,
maybe a couple weeks ago, and
$600 a pop or something.
Yeah.
For it.
Yeah. So they started their pre-orders, and I got the news story that it crashed. So I guess a lot of people are.
Was it the
buying
first day, or because I didn't hear any? I didn't see anything.
I saw Palmer Luckey is the guy who started Oculus, and he put a tweet out from the site that I looked at. He said Oculus pre-orders are up, go, and had the link oculus.com, and he got a lot of retweets, and they're like, all I'm getting is a blank page, and so. It might have been just like right when it started. So
I heard nothing about it.
Yeah,
having issues. I mean, when I looked at it, like 7, 8 in the morning or whatever, I was able to get out easily.
Yeah,
and that was the same day.
Yeah, and I tried just now, and I got through it fine. But I mean, I didn't go forward with it.
So you bought one.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying.
As soon as I clicked pre-order now, it just automatically charged my credit card.
See, it's one of those if it were only Oculus Rift, maybe I would have considered getting it. But it's one of those with HTC and Sony putting ones out, I'm like, I want to wait until I know more about those before I invest money in it.
I'd assume it's fairly soon for those to start coming out because
because
the Oculus Rift, I mean, isn't going to ship. They said March, and then on
March
the
is the
website it said
first
July.
one. Yeah, the first if you got it the first day, like when they first open it, March is when they're saying they're going to ship, and then I think they had a shipment for like May, and now I think they have one for June or something like that.
Yeah.
Now it sounds like they're doing waves as you order them.
Exactly. So
they're not doing like a limited amount of pre-orders. They're doing. It may take a while before you get it, but you can pre-order them.
Yeah. So in a few months we'll start hearing some stuff about it.
How much will suck or something.
Yeah, so we'll hear feedback on like actual consumer feedback, because you always gotta, like, I'm sure like a lot of like the bigger like tech review people have already got it.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, test kits have been out
test
for,
kits,
for a long time now,
and you got to be careful with those, or I try to be careful with those, because you never know what goes on. You always hear like games like paying. What's that gaming website or gaming magazine? Game Informer.
Game Informer.
Like, wasn't there like some
just,
scandal?
Pay people to
like,
give good reviews.
Yeah,
and
or bury like their like another game like way in their magazine.
Well,
have you ever heard that?
That's news in general. I mean, I know GameSpot, they do a little bit of that. They have advertisements and stuff. So that was actually a big rumor on one of their big reviewers got fired, was because he was like, this game's shit, and he wrote a review that says shit. And the rumor is they fired him over it.
Yeah, that's I mean,
it's like, hey, give this Call of Duty game 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, well, I mean,
4 out of 10.
It's a business. That's the thing. It's like you can't be 100%. I mean, even though you should 100% impartial, because you're a business. So they're paying millions of dollars, or maybe not millions. Let's just say millions of dollars for advertising. They're not going to keep paying you that much if you reviewed it bad. So you got to blur it up a little bit.
That's like if you watch kind of the more recent episodes of South Park, they were kind of talking about that, where it's like a lot of news content and stuff. It's getting harder and harder to tell if it's just an advertisement or if it's an actual news story.
Yeah. It's I guess just how it's come to be. I mean, it's everyone's like with. Like you always hear and you always see news stories like of certain, like you're always gonna hear a Starbucks story, or you're always gonna hear a McDonald's story, or I mean sometimes McDonald's stories are bad, but like Starbucks, whenever they come up with like
here's a new flavor for this
pumpkin
season,
spice, or
someone,
they had some scandal kind of
some drunk driver plowed his car through the front of the building, but don't worry, it'll be reopened and by next week.
Yeah, so or there's one down the street, just go to that one for the couple times this one's closed. But yeah, so you're always gonna like that whenever you hear like that's what like. We work in the news, so you always hear those stories, and you're like, what's going on with this? Why does every news show have to?
That's like half the news. What are you talking about?
Yeah, like there's some like, this is a commercial. Why are we talking about this? I don't know. It's scary / the world we live in, and it's doesn't look like it's going to change because everyone still wants money, and that's the thing.
That's how you get advertisement. That's how TV makes money.
Like everything's owned by like 4 companies, so it's all conglomerates and stuff. So technically, we're probably owned by the same people that own Starbucks.
Maybe
not Top Pod though. We'll never talk about products.
Drink Starbucks
until we sell out.
Unless you want us to talk about your products.
Can you hand me that script over there? Drink Starbucks. It is good.
Starbucks. So
Yay.
good. I pay at Starbucks, damn it.
Exactly. We'll shill for Starbucks.
$400 million for that ad.
I mean, I don't really care for Starbucks, but if you give it to me for free, I'm not going to turn you down.
I'm not a coffee drinker, but I've had their hot chocolate, and it's fine. It's hot. It's the same as any other hot chocolate I've ever tasted. But they have like sandwiches and stuff that I've had because I was there, and they wanted to drink coffee, and I'm just like, I guess I'll be here. I'll buy something. But yeah, Starbucks.
Yay.
It's like a rock.
No, it's not.
Everything's like a rock.
Everything's like a rock. It's solid like a rock.
Except for the rock. Liquid. A rock is not like a rock.
It's like a liquid rock.
I guess Starbucks doesn't really have a quote or a slogan. They just write on their name.
Yeah, there isn't. I guess. Yeah, they don't. Like it would be like.
Charge you more for the same shit you can get elsewhere for cheaper.
Speaking of slogans, McDonald's. I'm loving it.
I'm loving it. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not loving it. No.
It's-
I haven't eaten McDonald's in forever. I mean, it's very rare they eat McDonald's anymore.
yeah, I guess we went a few weeks ago or some time ago.
It's been like a month.
I know that they just speaking of news segments that are talking about commercials, McDonald's is doing their McPick 2. They got rid of their dollar menu, and now they're doing like the Pick 2 for $2.
It's like,
Yeah,
why?
it's
It's
a
the same
$2
thing.
menu.
It's a $2 menu. Yeah, exactly.
What if
No,
I just
but I
want
guess-
one? Like, no.
Well, yeah, it's
I guess
probably
the
like
thing
if you
is-
want one, it's now $1.50 or something, or two. Like one is $2, but
Well, I
you
guess
can
not
also get two
technically-
for $2.
I guess if they do it that way, you have to spend $2 now. So only you have to
That's
spend
the-
$1.
That's exactly what they're doing.
You sons of bitches.
Yeah, it's like there's no more dollar menu, but we
Kicking
still
the poor
have the
people
same
down.
dollar menu stuff. It's just you have to buy 2 now to make it worth.
Yeah,
your while.
they're trying to keep the illusion that it's still $1.
Yeah, but yeah,
It's not.
yeah. That's again the smartness of, or the intelligence of corporations.
So you
They
just
know
get
what they're doing.
$1.99. That makes it fancier.
Yeah.
99 cents. Makes
They'll,
it, ooh,
yeah,
there's
it's
a
like,
deal.
yeah, even though a penny's nothing, but still, just because they say $1.99, they're gonna want
There's
it.
a whole science behind that.
The 99, yeah, like the
Like
gas,
59,
like gas
69,
prices. They all like do like the 99, but then they have like the 9/10 of a cent. So
Yeah.
essentially, it
Yeah.
rounds it up anyway. But just because you see it at 1 cent less, you think like, oh, that's a good deal.
good.
I mean, I'm not.
I'm
Compla-
saving money.
I mean, I'm not complaining about gas prices right now.
Yeah,
as it
gas-
Oh,
is.
they're pretty low.
They're low right
Yeah.
now, and they say it could get lower.
Lower.
They could get lower. I don't know, and then also lower, because Iranian oil could go into the market. I heard
I
something
don't
like
know, some
Iran,
weird
like
stuff,
some. I don't know. I don't.
It's not good for people that work out in the oil fields.
No,
it's
they're-
definitely not
yeah.
good for them.
Yeah, I've heard that. Like, it's bad. Like, it's good. I don't know.
Good for the consumer, bad for the people who produced it.
Yeah, exactly. Yay! Good thing we're consumers at that.
And then,
at least
well,
in that
no,
part.
That's horrible, actually, because if they're getting screwed over, then at some point it's going to end, and then it's all of a sudden
It's all
gas
gonna
gets
come
shoot
back
up
to
like
us,
$9
yeah.
an hour.
Yeah,
Not $9 a gallon, an hour. Blech.
maybe
You'll have to get
Who
paid
knows?
$9 an hour in order to afford gas.
Yeah, they'll up the minimum wage to $9 just so you can afford gas.
You'll still be poor. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, it's, yeah.
And then they go for like the 3 for $3 menu at McDonald's now.
Yeah, they'll just keep going up. Like, dang it.
Like you have to buy 400 million hamburgers just to break
But you
even.
get technically you
17
get
for
like 2 of
17.
those for
That's-
free.
The 17 for 17 deal. Yeah. So, I guess corporations bad.
Yeah.
I guess that's
Always.
that's
They
always
always
the
have been
case.
bad.
Corporations are
Yeah,
bad.
corporate America.
No.
No.
We've America's
Fortunately, that's how our
democracy is
country's
now a
run.
corporation.
So, even though it sucks, that's how it is. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. There's unfortunately no way to change it unless
Well, there is,
We
but it's extreme measures.
start a revolution and just
So,
kill off everybody.
second decree here on Tot Pod.
No.
Death to corporations.
Oh, geez. Well, now we're never.
All right, we're taking it.
advertising.
all right, we're taking a hard stand in episode 100.
Death to corporations. Subline, unless you're one of our sponsors,
Yeah.
then glory to you.
Glory to
Glory to Starbucks.
glory to the corporations.
Send me for fun commercials like Starbucks funds us. It's like kill Starbucks anyway. May not give us money.
Well,
We say
there's
Starbucks.
some podcasts that have fun with their sponsors and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and they do make fun of it, like the FanDuel thing. Like there's some that are just like, is this legal? And then like it's like, and they talk about all like the news stories about like FanDuel possibly not being legal and stuff like that. So, but it's technically a paid advertisement.
Like as long
We
as
wouldn't
say
do that.
It's like as long as we say FanDuel 5 times, we get money.
Yeah, or you cause some, what is it, response.
It just causes traffic.
Yeah, if something like that, or like they use your little promo code like FanDuel.com/TotPod. If you go there, then they see
Which
that
doesn't
response.
exist, unfortunately.
Yeah, you can try it, I guess. Why not?
If something pops
It'll-
up,
it'll
go, hey,
probably
what the hell?
Probably still go to FanDuel. It'll just be like, I don't know.
No.
Thanks, I guess. they and then they contact us. Yes, do it. Do that.
Cease and desist.
It's like, yeah, the people at FanDuel are like, we got a lot of response from FanDuel.com/TopPod. We don't know what TopPod is.
Yeah.
With some person that's advertising for us that doesn't have a special promo code.
Like to start a cease and desist letter.
Yeah.
Stop sending people to our website.
Yeah. Just say the regular website. Don't say /TopPod. We haven't given you that code.
Well, give us a code then.
Yeah. It's like, no.
So
you're doing it for free.
So technically this is your fault by not having the code in there.
Yeah, it's like, why pay you when we're getting the milk for free? Or why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free?
Because the farmer's going to shoot you. No.
Exactly.
Like, there you go. That's America.
Let's see. What else is going on in the world? Netflix is changing up their stuff.
What?
What? Netflix, they're banning, or they're going to start banning VPNs. So virtual private networks or virtual. It's essentially so you can see like what other countries are.
Oh, so they're going to ban the apps or whatever.
Yeah, like the little proxy things where you can
Why?
like watch what it's.
Does it hurt anybody?
No, it doesn't hurt anybody, and there's a bunch of articles about this that it's going to hurt a lot of things, especially Netflix, because some countries have like a very little like. They don't have that many shows on Netflix, so they use those proxy things or those VPNs to see like what America sees, and they're like, well, if we can't do that, if you're going to block that, we might as well unsubscribe.
Yeah, because if you can't watch half the shows anyway, it's like there's no point.
And I used to do that. Like I don't have Netflix right now, but I used to do that. I forgot what it's called. It's like Ola Unblocker or something like that, where you can say that you're now in Britain and you see different shows, and some countries have like really good, like really new movies on there, like Brazil. I don't remember what the better ones were, but like Brazil or had like brand new like in theater movies sometimes like on their thing. I haven't checked it recently, but yeah, so I guess they're gonna stop it.
Go to Netflix, get a recorder, copy everything off of Netflix.
Yeah.
And say, screw you, Netflix. I'm not going to buy you anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
I've condone pirating. So
yeah, I've stopped. I don't have my Netflix anymore. I've not needed it. I've gotten my media elsewhere.
Where's that?
Huh? What? I've got it with legal.
About a cove or something like that? Or no, it's a bay.
Bay. Some type of privateer cove. Oh no. Or
close enough.
It's a Nassau of the internet.
Yeah. So no, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Legally, everything I've gotten is legally or shared. People have shared things with me, zeros and ones.
Not my fault if it's there.
Thank you for that random file of zeros and ones.
It just happened to be a movie.
Just a weird title. I don't know what. I'm just gonna open it with this.
Like The Matrix. What is this?
I just wanted a random file of zeros and ones, and they gave me that. But okay, whatever. But yeah, so Netflix, I don't know. That's kind of weird, but it's most likely for legal reasons. They're saying because of rights for certain things, like they can only be available in that country with the deal that they have with that studio. I don't know, whatever it works, but so yeah, that's gonna happen. And they're saying of
course, hackers are gonna immediately find a way to work around.
Yeah,
it. So
there'll be like a VVPN, like a virtual private network or whatever it is.
No, VPN it's a computer term. It's still be VPN. You just do it through probably a different route or something like that.
They'll just make up something.
So that's the thing. I mean, they keep trying to make. It's one of those. I think we are starting to get to a point though where it is. It sounds like. Because I didn't read the article, but I saw it that they're saying like hackers of like PlayStation and stuff like that. They're getting worried that they're soon not going to be able to start hacking these things anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're starting to get that sophisticated. Where it's like, oh crap.
I mean,
there'll always be a way to hack it. Period. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to start being really crazy what you have to do to hack it. It's going to probably start get to the point to where it's like you're going to have to do so much work to hack into these devices that's just like it's not worth it anymore.
Yeah, that's. Well, yeah. I mean, it's their product, so they want to stop anything from changing that product. For some reason, I'm sure there's some reasoning they have for it. I can't think of it. Like it's someone using.
Some people have to buy it.
Yeah,
that's why you have to pay for it.
That's true.
That's really the only reason.
Yeah. So why?
Well, do you think they'll
for free when they could get paid?
Well, do you think they'll end up like changing their like subscription plan to be like, oh, now you can get an international subscription where you can get shows and movies from other countries?
Well, maybe
it's possible, but I think they're saying this because of the rights.
It depends on how much the distribution rights are.
Yeah,
that's the whole part of the issue with the foreign country stuff is because like if you're playing a movie from like India or something like that, that's going to cost.
Yeah, they have a different deal with distribution in for India than America. It's a different deal, so I don't know. Like maybe, but I guess if they want to do that now, it'd be like really expensive. I assume, like you'd have to buy. I don't know. I
$40 a month for Netflix
like
International,
$200 a month or something like crazy.
Yeah, would you want to pay that much though?
No.
Can you,
I stopped paying the $9.99.
The question is can you watch $200 of content in a month?
Yeah,
you'd have to get rid of it. Because at that point it's like that. See, if they were to charge that much, that'd defeat the entire purpose of Netflix. The entire idea of Netflix is to not have to pay the same amount as cable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
that's the whole reason of these streaming services is so you get like 2 or 3 of the streaming services, and then you have everything you can watch on cable. That's kind of the idea of them. That's why they're popular.
Yeah,
if all of a sudden now there's a service for $200, like, well, great. Now I'm just, why not just get cable?
Yeah.
I can pretty much still watch the same stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's all those on-demand things anyway, so you can still watch what you want when you want.
Well,
anyway,
that's why cable's been doing the on-demand stuff.
Oh yeah,
to try
so
to keep
definitely.
up with the internet stuff.
Yeah, it's a complete response to streaming stuff.
Like HEB Go or whatever, HEB Now or whatever,
or HBO.
HBO, not HEB.
A grocery store.
Yeah,
in Texas. Online.
They'll
streaming.
probably. Well, now you can shop online at HEB.
Yeah,
I'm sure. Yeah, like again, it's everything's going to the internet. One day we'll be living in there, and it'll be fine.
It won't be fine.
That's the Oculus Rift. I'll get it started.
Yep, that's the next step.
Step
to be fine.
Step 1 to hell in a handbasket.
No,
Who knows?
Would you if like Matrix level immersion existed? Would you?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. See.
No, if I knew, I'd say no.
Wait, what?
If I knew.
If you knew.
Like if I was completely aware that it wasn't real, then I'd say no.
Yeah, but
you can do whatever the fuck you want.
It's every sensation is the same.
Why?
Because I know it's not real.
And?
That's enough for me.
Why?
That's how it is.
I don't know.
What? So what?
Yeah.
So you would rather live in our boring normal world, going day by day, or you could go to a virtual world that you know is fake, but you can do whatever the fuck you want.
It's real to me. It's real enough.
That's stupid. That doesn't make any sense. Why would you not want to go to a place that you can do whatever the hell you want, even though you knew it's fake? Who cares if it's fake? If you can interact with it, who cares? If you can touch, you can feel it.
If it's fake, it's just cowardice to me. It's like, oh, I'm too scared of the real world. I have to go in this fake one.
Well, who said? It's like, the virtual world is better than the real world.
It's like living in an infinitesimal playpen. Like, don't go anywhere because you're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Living in that awesome
you're living like a bunch of
awesome.
living like a bunch of toddlers with some master computer looking over you.
Think
the
of
whole
it.
time.
You could sit there and say, instead of me going to sit in my computer, you're like, I could just play fucking Minecraft here. I could just make the world Minecraft. And I'm just going to start building, stuff. That'd be great.
It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing. It's completely different.
I wouldn't say that it's cowardice. I would say it's more boredom with the real world. I've experienced the real world enough. I haven't climbed a mountain. I don't want to climb a mountain.
Well, I would like mountain I can climb.
I could fly with a fake world. I could fly up to the top of the mountain, and it would be,
or you could be like
physically and emotionally, maybe not emotionally the same. I could see that.
It wouldn't be physically the same either.
If it is,
like,
though.
you could, like,
we're saying,
like how,
feel
like,
the cold.
let me say this: how dare you? If don't compare yourself to say, oh well, I flew to the top of Mount Everest in a virtual reality. Don't you dare compare yourself to the people that climbed it and did it. And had their friends die with them as they climbed to the top of it. Don't draw the comparison that you're the same as them.
I wouldn't say that. I never. No, that's of course not. I wouldn't. That's why I said emotionally, I would know I didn't climb the mountain, but physically, I would feel every sensation that they felt.
Not
physically.
if you fly to the top of it.
Yeah, why not?
If you fly,
I wouldn't be tired. Or maybe I could feel tired. I could maybe just change my tired setting, and I'd feel exhausted.
You wouldn't feel the same as the same level of exhaustion as they would.
Yeah, because it's all in your brain. That's all brain stuff. If you got Matrix level immersion,
see, we're saying this is
You feel
we're
pain,
going off
you
a
feel
hypothetical
cold.
technology. We're saying this is like 7 steps down the line where we can actually fully immerse ourselves. So like you can have a hard, you'd actually start getting to like Matrix stuff where it's like you have a hard time telling. It's like, is this real world or is this fake? Like you feel it, you can do whatever you want. Yeah, now all of a sudden you can like, oh, okay, I can change the world to however I want. Like that would be fantastic.
Like definitely, like where we're at now, Oculus Rift mountain experience would be nothing compared to being at the top of a mountain. Of course, definitely. 100%. Like if it was either being the end all.
I don't think that kind of tech will happen in our lifetime. The three of us will be long gone or right out the door as this kind of thing.
The way computers are advancing, how quickly they are, I could actually. We may be old men by the time it happens, but I could see it happening.
They're doing some research. I saw online. There's like that on YouTube, like that all-time 10 YouTube channel where they do top lists of like top 10. I don't know, forks or whatever. Maybe not that. That would be a boring video. But they did top 10 like list about mind control, top 10 facts about mind control. And there's 3 things that like you can like remote control like animals. Like there's research and stuff being done into like brain implants and stuff where you can input senses into it. Like if you stimulate a certain part of your brain, you will feel cold. And that'll be just like I said, step 1 or step 0.01 of crazy immersion. I'm just saying we don't like it's not we don't have anything close to that level yet. So but if we did, I would say I would like it. I would like to. I would love that.
Look how quickly we've gone from just having just simple like DOS computers.
To what we have now.
Virtual reality headsets. Think of it. It's only been, like 30, 40 years? That's crazy. How quickly it's advancing. And, like, how fast we've gone just from basic, graphical interfaces to almost close to realistic graphics. I mean, it's crazy fast how much this stuff is advancing. Because we're going to start getting to the point to where no longer humans have to come. We'll just have the computers come up with it. And then that's going to start going infinitely faster because the computers are just going to make faster computers. And it's just going to keep going quicker and quicker.
Yeah.
I could totally see us having this kind of stuff.
It's not close. It's not close. It's not within. It's still within the realm of possibility.
We just haven't found
world.
that magic thing to make it work yet. It's one of those of once the second we find that, it's going to go.
We still don't understand the brain that much yet. So we'll have that's like technology wise maybe, but brain wise we still and the ethical stuff about that like. People will probably still have issues with actually putting stuff in your brain to change God's will or whatever. I'm sure there'll be that in my mind dumb argument. But
that's going to be the biggest thing is the ethics argument on it. It's how you're altering the human body to do stuff. I mean, who knows? But still, I would love to go to a virtual reality where I can do whatever hell I want.
Yeah, where you have sliders and check boxes of what you want and what you can do. It's like, I want gravity to be less today so I can jump like the Hulk or sure. Anything you want. Like, I want super strength. I think I would love, like, if I could just, like, have a CD that's, like, World Maker and just, maybe it wouldn't be CDs anymore, but like a Steam download or something. And I would just sit back and have like the machine stick into my neck or whatever. I think it'd be interesting. I understand
it's a temporary vice.
So
I don't think it's as a none of it's permanent either.
Yeah.
Thrill seeking is
doesn't have to be permanent.
Is temporary. That adrenaline rush you feel from skydiving, you can get the exact same feeling from a video, a Matrix level thing.
I don't. If you know it's not real going into it, if you literally went from pulling settings down and then you're like, all right, time to go skydiving, you know it's not real.
Yeah, that's true. Like I said, there's still that tinge of emotional stuff. But then again, this world we live in right now, could be that.
Well, see, here's the question, though. If we can make it to where the technology makes you feel all the same sensations of skydiving, even though it's a virtual reality world, does it matter that it's not real?
That's the other thing.
If you can feel the exact same things, does it matter?
Some people would say yes, and Jason would be that one.
Like, I can
would be one of
understand
those people that would say yes.
It would just be boring to know that, oh, look, I'm skydiving, but in the back of your head, you're like, oh, I'm just sitting at home in my chair.
Here's the thing, though. If you're in the middle of skydiving, you feel all the sensation of skydiving, I don't think you would be thinking, oh, this is fake. Maybe afterwards you might think it, but while you're in the actual action... Because think of it. If you're in a virtual reality world where you're playing, like say, like you said you wanted to go to, like, the aliens world, and there's a friggin' alien that's coming at you, I don't think your brain's going to go, this is fake. You know, you may think, you know, it's like...
Eventually you'd become desensitized to it. Like, you'd see that alien charging at you and be like, yeah, it's all right. I put on easy mode today. It's not going to do anything.
I don't know, because it's one of those of... You know, if you play like some of the horror games, like right now, even with our PCs, like put on a headset, turn off the lights and stuff like that, you're still going to get scared.
Yeah, I mean, our brains are like bodies are dumb. It's all. I mean, they're complicated, but they're dumb. It's everything that happens in this world that you sense through your senses is all chemical and electrical things. So, and that's really easy to. I mean, maybe not now. It could be easy to replicate, but I understand. I get what Jason's saying and what people will say, that it's not you're not as it's, even though it's the same, it's still not the same because it's not you physically doing it. I get that.
Yes, it's not as great of a human accomplishment. However, it allows more people to at least experience it. Whether or not it's not an actual accomplishment, sure, but still, because imagine it, a person who like loses their legs and stuff like that with a virtual reality
world. You can still give them a good life.
Now they can experience climbing Mount Everest. Yeah. It's like you don't want to try.
I'm not disputing that. No, people that are disabled that aren't able to do things shouldn't be able to do them through this tech. But I just don't see it as a crutch for the real world.
Yeah. But the other thing is, what if the real world was really bad, like nuclear war, and we're forced to live underground?
I don't know if we'd have that kind of tech if there's a nuclear war.
Well, I don't know. Well, that's what started the Matrix. I mean, the machines won, and they needed batteries. Batteries kept dying because their brains were dead, so they made the Matrix to stimulate their brains so they can still get the power from the people. So, like, I mean, even though
that wasn't us, though, we didn't make it.
Yeah, the machines. Who are smarter than us.
That's the machines that we made, and then they just magically turn
indirectly. I don't know. It's weird. This argument is weird. The people you're arguing are with like crazy hypothetical situations. So it's very well that it's not within our. We'd be dead when this is viable.
We don't know.
We don't know.
That's the issue. We don't know what's going to happen.
It's years and years away from even being a real argument.
We think.
Yeah. Tomorrow.
For all we know, it could be next year. We don't know. I mean, at the rate it's going, I have no idea.
Like military secret contracts, who knows?
Like, but it's one of those of, yes, I can imagine it taking a while. I just don't think it's going to take as long as you guys are guessing. I think it's going to be here significantly quicker than you guys think.
Yeah.
Because at the rate technology's going.
I would love that to be true. I would love to be an old man getting it and just being like, I feel like a young man now. I can live my life again as a young man, or I can experience young man stuff.
Like if we can ever get into space and find like an infinite power source, then then that's going to happen in like 5 days. When we have infinite power, just keep doing shit.
Just start harnessing the sun.
Yeah.
Or killer base.
Or why? See, it's like see, that's one of those things. When you think of it, it's like if you're going to harness that much power, why the hell would you make a weapon out of it? Why not just be like, hey, we could make we could just make everything forever. You know, it's like why would you want to make a weapon out of it? What do you do? Okay, you shoot at other people, then what?
Because they're a Hitler-like regime.
Yeah, because it's a fictional universe, and all their.
If I had an infinite power source, I'd be like, how do we just kind of infinitely sustain ourselves? You know, it's like okay, we have. That,
it's like I'll rule the world by making my own star system, and people will come to it and pay me all the money in the world to live in it.
Well, screw it. I have infinite power. What do we need money for?
I get lonely.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those. If you have an infinite power source, you don't need money because you're like, I can just build whatever the hell I want. I have once you figure out how to harness it.
You can't build companionship.
Why not?
Maybe in a have like C-3POs.
Who knows? You have infinite power. You are essentially God now.
All right. I don't know. You want to share a bunk with C-3PO? That's how he got his red arm.
That's my dream.
I mean, that's why if you have an infinite power source, you're like, God, that's when it's like just random shit that you didn't know could happen. You're like, all of a sudden, it's like, I'm breaking physics now. You're like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, but the other thing is, like, time-wise, like, you only have so long to live.
Will you? You have infinite power.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can... Well,
why not? It's infinite power.
Yeah, but that's just having a really big battery doesn't mean you can live forever.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Have you ever had infinite power?
I've had a fully charged battery.
I bet if we could find a way to harness infinite power,
and the battery died.
Just think of it. I mean, because we don't know what actually makes us die.
Yeah.
So think of it. You have an infinite power. Who says you can't convert it into whatever kills us humans?
I know, but there's
stop it.
Just because you found the harnessing thing is the big thing about it, I guess. Like if like essentially, like in our small feeble minds, like the electrical outlet is unlimited power, but that doesn't mean we have the brain power to harness it to make other things crazily.
I bet if we had access to it, we could figure it out. We've reverse engineered some crazy stuff. Like you could figure it out, sure.
Well, if it was technology based, okay, that might be different. But if it was like a natural phenomenon, like we found a star that
you toss stuff at it and just go, what the hell happens? Oh, that thing just exploded. Obviously, that's not good. You just you just test it until you figure out something, and then once you figure it out, you go, oh, okay. Oddly enough, bananas work. Who would have known? It's like, okay, I guess bananas are the secret to harnessing this infinite power. You don't know.
Yeah,
but that's how you test anything out. You just start chucking stuff at it, and you just start poking it with sticks, and what the hell happens? We just blew ourselves up. Okay, well, we just accidentally killed ourselves.
Yeah, it's like, all right. We should have made a weapon with this.
Yeah, I mean, we
did.
That's
the only safe thing to do.
Yeah.
is to make a giant weapon.
Well, I mean, that's one of those things of it's one of those. If you have an infinite power source, it's like, I don't know. I have no idea what would happen, but I could guess that if we could figure out how to harness it, some pretty amazing things would happen.
Yeah, I mean,
fantastic, like other stuff we never could have imagined beforehand.
Like I don't know. I keep going back. Is power our biggest problem right now? Like what stuff?
It doesn't like. It's one of those. See, the thing is, I say power, but it's like I don't know an infinite source of something. It's like it's just something that feeds. But yes, I would think like an infinite like plasma source or something like that. Sure, we could think of it. Mm-hmm. If we could manage to split it, it's like we can make infinite spaceships. We can make infinite life support systems. We can make just like crazy shit. It's like. Who knows? We could stick it in humans, and all of a sudden now it's like our bodies maybe adapt. Who knows? We could maybe somehow find a way to alter our bodies to now use this infinite power source. And now it's like, oh hey, great! Now we have like an Allspark or whatever. Transformers, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess I just I have to wrap my hand
like
wrap my mind around
I'm going
it.
like crazy ape shit imagination here. This is all shit that's like I don't believe any of this is real. But I'm like, if this were real, I'm like I could imagine how this would work.
Like I'm thinking like. When I'm thinking of infinite power source, like I get like for some reason, like some phenomenon, mutation or something, like they produce a battery, like a AA battery that never loses power. Like that's my infinite power source. Well, like it's just then it's just like, what am I gonna do? I can put it in this remote and make that remote last forever. Well, I can attach wires to it and make it do a lot of same machines that we have.
Well, here's the thing.
That's what I'm picturing, but
it might be. It could be. Why not?
Would it change the world though?
Yes, it would. Think of okay.
But
here we go.
I mean, it's a phenomenon, so that can't be replicated. It's just
the thing is, okay, if it's not a AA battery, now you can build a container around it that will actually suck more power out than a normal AA battery. That's when you start. Now it's like, okay, now I have an infinite power source, so I can use this infinite power source to start powering the machines to figure out how do I get more power out of this thing. Yeah. Now all of a sudden it becomes a bigger machine. You stick the AA battery into that. It's like, okay, now
you can run a whole country off of the
12 volts or whatever. Now I'm sucking out 400 million volts, and it's like, okay, now I just powered the entire world off of this one AA battery. Yeah. And then now it's like, okay, now that I have that much power, how do I get more stuff? It's like, okay, now I'm powering the entire solar system off of one friggin' battery.
Yeah.
Like, okay, hey, well, we just destroyed the sun, and now we have this one battery creating a gravity field that's holding everything in place.
Yeah, I guess
There's
it would.
A battery out in the middle of space just holding everything together. Who knows?
I guess it just frees up a lot of different issues like power, like they don't have to worry about power anymore. They can put their mind on the other stuff.
Yeah, because you just find
or how to exploit it. Nice. I see that.
Some way you use it to build off of itself. It's kind of like that idea of, I guess, like if you're building a company, you know, you put some money into it and then you try to use that money to invest in itself. You know, you make whatever you make. If you invest in
make your money work for you.
If you can have it constantly making money, it's just going to infinitely keep growing. I mean, assuming, you know, there's no loss and all that stuff. So it's kind of like that idea where it's like, okay, I have an infinite power source that just kind of keeps feeding itself, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and I can now draw it more and more power out of this thing. Because of course, at the beginning, no, it's going to be completely useless because we got to figure out what, you know, you're like, great, I have this infinite battery, but what the hell do I do with it? You know, I'm like, okay, I stick it in my rope and go, okay, great. You know, I'm like, okay,
what's next?
Let me keep turning this on and off for like the next 400 years, and it's like, oh, hey, look at that, it still works. So okay, it looks like it is infinite. You know.
Okay, yeah, I could see how it take time and take some leaps of imagination, but I could see it changing stuff. I know we were trying to keep this one short. I guess the last thing real quick, end of season 2, what can we expect from season 3?
Same shit.
or what can we expect from a Logical? It's technically our network. I know there might be a movie podcast coming out, and might be Mark Selzer, one of our guests from season 1, season 2. I don't remember exactly which season. But
season 3,
might be doing a podcast of his own. Who knows what else? Maybe more articles if we have time or we have a topic. But season 3, who knows? Maybe some guests. I know season 2, recently the end of season 2, we haven't really had that many guests as far as not friends.
Yeah.
But maybe like celebrities or like people doing stuff. Maybe that'd be cool to have a celebrity, but like a person that's like has a project or something. Maybe interviews like that. Maybe I'll start looking for some more stuff like that.
But we'll see. Yeah, I mean, we don't know. I mean, it's one of those
sponsors. That might be cool.
Yeah.
We talked about some sponsors. That would be cool.
Time constraints is always the issue, so we'll figure something out.
Maybe
we'll try to see if we can find something to do that we can work in our
or
spare
like
time we have.
if you have a project you want and you make like a 15-second or 20-second, 30-second commercial. We can run it, maybe.
Just pitch it to us.
Who knows? I don't like ads as much as the next person, but if it's a project that we like,
that's a little bit different. That's more of just spreading word of mouth. You know, it depends. You know, if you're McDonald's, no, or it depends.
Well, maybe if you money,
give us money. That's a little different.
we'll lower our goals or our standards for money, of course.
Straight.
Yeah. Who knows how low? Depends on how much money you give us. But we'll rename our podcast
you want to be a star, don't you?
The McDonald's podcast hour.
McStarbucks.
The McPodcast. I'd
beepity beep bop beep bop.
I'm loving this podcast. But yeah. Who knows? So at the very least, we'll have episodes and we talk about current events and nerdy stuff and technology and stuff like that. At the very least, it'll be that still. So expect that from us.
Yeah, some minor outbursts of rage.
Yeah, and arguments about hypothetical technologies and stuff like that.
Yeah, we're just making up shit here.
Yeah.
We learn.
So for sure about that, I'm sure there'll be some Batman talk and Superman talk. I'm sure superhero movies are still going to exist. I don't think that bubble's going to burst anytime soon. Maybe, but we'll still have
sooner than you think. Though
it'll happen within our lifetimes.
Yes, that will definitely happen within our lifetimes.
I hope not. I like them still. I like those movies. I understand they're boring, but I don't know.
Keep watching them.
I think there's enough people that still watch them. I don't know. And kids are always born, so they'll not be tired of.
Damn kids just need to stop being born.
Maybe if we have an infinite battery, we can just not have kids anymore. And just
kids are just a burden on their parents.
Yeah, we just live forever. That way, we don't need kids.
See, at that point, we'll just start creating new adults. Or like, forget the early teen years. We're like, all right, you're just a straight adult.
Yeah, we can just design our perfect friend.
Just giant adults with infant baby minds. This is a bad idea.
Let's trace back this. It all came from one podcast. In their season finale, they ruined the world with their ideas.
Whoops.
Sorry.
Well, you didn't expect you guys to take it for real.
I didn't even know anyone was listening. We thought we were just shouting into an endless ocean of audio podcasts.
On the internet, yeah.
But yeah, that's anything else real quick?
Nope.
Nope. All right. So that's our Oh, we got a cough. That's episode 100. We'll be back with episode 101. We're
gonna get schooled.
Yeah,
101. Top Pod 101.
Exactly. That's true. We will probably make that pun
I know,
several times.
We have the name for next episode.
Yep.
All right.
Podcasting 101.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That works. Top Pod 101. Welcome to class. B words. All right, that's about it.
You can say bitches. Gee.
Baskets.
I don't curse though. Maybe I'll curse next season. I was looking real quick. Oh, God, I hate tangents, but I was looking. I was like, what makes a season finale good? And it's just like it's got to answer some questions, but it's got to start new questions. So some questions for next season: will Jimmy curse? Will we get a sponsor? Will we go crazy? Will the seeds of season 2 make us crazy in season 3? Find out next season on Thinking Outside the Pod, which is only a week away.
I know,
We're not going to take a hiatus.
We'll just cut there because we'll just end it right there. That was a good outro.
Exactly.
All right.
All right. You'll not hear any of this. All right. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.